Hey, I'm Kev, welcome back to MotoGP 17, and the rider career has last time out. We ended our adventure in the Red Bull Rookies Cup with a victory, not just in the race but in the championship as well. So Patrick McDonald is stepping up to Moto3 for his first full season that we have seen. And last time I put the question out to you in the comments below: who is Patrick McDonald going to race for? So a few teams suggested. The team that Fanati rides for, if I can find it, that is the Snipers team, which is going to race for win Moto2 next season. But there was also the British Talent team suggested, which is alongside the wee McPhee, John McPhee, on his Honda. But in the end, we're going for another Honda team, and that is the Leopard race, and that got the most votes. So we're going to be alongside Dan McDonald's old arch rival, Juan Mir, of course, in real life, the actual Moto3 champion, and Livio Roy, the Belgium, who has displayed talent on the odd occasion, but has never really got it together. So let's see what Patrick McDonald can do, and also the pair for his first full season in Moto3. So the next race for Patrick McDonald will be in the Grand Prix of Qatar. Let's look at my career. As you can see, that is the championship standings. Rider customization is just going to be exactly the same as in Red Bull Rookies Cup. Emails, they said we might actually have to use emails in this mode, but there you go. Here is your champion, confirmed by our agent, Benjamin Scott. Shows how much we use emails. I didn't even realise he was our agent until we checked this out. He's our personal manager, should I say, instead. So let's head to Qatar. So we're going to the Sao. As you can see, we just have races. It's not like manager career where we have to do some testing on the side, do some PR events as well, or events to improve our reputation or earn credits for our team. This is all about riding his rider career. So first race of the season under the lights in the Sao International Circuit. Let's head for a 25% race. As you can see, we're doing qualifying and the race. Aerodifty on hard, pro physics. Let's see what Patrick McDonald can do in his Moto3 debut.
Good afternoon and welcome to Qatar. We're joining you live from the Lusail circuit.
So here is Patrick McDonald going qualifying for the first time. His Moto3 career. So we've got the less whiny, more confident sounding engine in the back of the Leopard of the Honda. Definitely the best, probably, team. Let's see if Patrick McDonald can live to the hype then. Being a reigning Red Bull Rookies Cup champion. If he can challenge Juan Mir and I'll connect for the championship. Just like Dan McDonald did previously, his former teammate, of course. Now, Elusive. Let's go through the first section here. I do love being back on these Moto3 bikes. You can be so much more aggressive with the throttle. Not under braking as much, but definitely with the throttle, trying to carry speed through the corners. Must feel like what a go-kart is on four wheels. It's like that same feeling. Being so aggressive. Go out the corner. Might have to actually change up the helmet and his gear, because the red and green looks like he's shooting with the Leopard's kind of teal colour, isn't it? Or turquoise colour. But boy, does his bike handle good. Don't have to build up a Peugeot this time around. It's all about being on the Honda. Very powerful, great direction changes in the corners. That's what Patrick McDonald's not used to, actually, on the motorbike, apart from in Red Bull Rookies. A very good KTM there. Winning the Peugeot. Only Moto3 bike he hasn't ridden in is the Mahindra. Because he doesn't want to be riding that. And our first qualifying effort. Don't think we've been aggressive enough in some corners. Which might sound strange when you're looking at the lap and seeing him Attack all these corners. Be aggressive on the power out the final corner as well. Well, he's missed a couple of apexes, Patrick McDonald, so let's see if he can improve on what should be a 209, is it, or 210? 210.2. Let's see if we can dip under the 10s. We've got a couple of riders coming out the pits. Same thing, not in Patrick McDonald's way. Good they would be, as all that's some curb taken there. Don't want to be hitting too many curves, Patrick. Brakes down in second. Quickly on the power. And you'll fan out through this right-hander. So there we go, a second off the pace. Bastianini 209.3. We're already up in that first sector as Patrick McDonald. Almost 2/10. Get down the second, maybe braking too much. We need to dab the brakes. That corner. This is a corner we definitely have to brake for. You're down to second, in towards that apex. And hard on the power out of it. And there's a Fanati with a 209. In second, gone a bit wide as Patrick. Aggressive on the power, using all that curb. And there we go, he's lost 3/10 to Fanati. Not even his best little sector compared to the previous lap. Again, maybe taking too much brake, it seems, through these corners. Like hard on the power through. Then instead, what the hell is that on the right hand side? Is that a centre? Go through the sweeping fast right. It's in front of us now. What is that building? I didn't ask the question before. What you find out after this. As always, messed up the final right. As Mir, his teammate, takes pole for the time being. Keep it in third gear through that left-hander. And now into the final corner. Told you Patrick wasn't aggressive enough, and it's showing on the lap times. Not been his best lap apart from that first sector. So can he dip under the 210s? No. Slower. A second slower. So it's his teammate Juan Mir who is on pole. Just ahead of Arnold Kennett. Then we've got Fanati in third, Bulliger in fourth, and Martin in fifth, DJ Antonio sixth, McPhee in seventh, Migno in eighth, and Bastianini in ninth. We've got Antonelli, Otel, and Rodrigo. Then we've got Nurden, and there is Patrick McDonald in the middle of the fifth row alongside his teammate Livo Loy, but almost half a second ahead of the Belgium. Then we've got Guevara, Danilo, and Kornfeld top Peugeot in 18th. Then Sasaki, Della Porta, top Mahindra in 20th. Then Suzuki. We've got Arbolino, Binder, Ben Snyder. Got Ramirez as well on the 8th row. Then got Snyder leading the 9th row ahead of Herrera and Arenas. Then leading the 10th row is Bezzecchi, Pagliani, and the tie rider. And then right at the back is Tuba and finish Patrick in last. So what can Patrick McDonald do from 14th on the grid?
Good evening from the Losail circuit. The long wait is finally at an end and a new MotoGP season is about to begin. Bikes and riders are almost ready to take to the track. The Moto3 race at the Qatar Grand Prix will start in just a few minutes.
As here we go for Patrick McDonald's first race with their pod. I've been saying his Moto3 debut. It's just been a very long time since he's ridden in this class. As looking down the grid, there he is in 14th for a very disappointing second effort. A second start. His first effort should be a second faster, as he's like Arbolino. He's not very interested in being in 23rd. As looking further down, you've got loads of Italians Spaniards in the field. There's a Finn at the back. So here is Patrick McDonald revving up the engine for his first race in a country mile in the Moto3 class, as he's underway for this 5-lap race. Already jumped a row ahead. Could be aiming for the top 10, heading towards the first corner. Got a fantastic jump down the inside of McPhee, down the inside of the Italian as well. He's got Bastianini in front, but what a start from Patrick McDonald, up from 14th to 8th. Looks like Bastianini being dropped back. So here goes McDonald down the inside. Used all the curb. He's going to slot into 8th, and it's like the end of this first sector, is he? He's run right. Going to get the power very early. Alongside the German now, and McPhee. Drops back down tonight. I've only lost one position thanks to outbraking. Not too bad. As he goes round the outside, does he? He's got Mir and Canet battling for the win. Where have we heard that before? So he's regained those lost positions back up to 8th. Can he back up his teammates? Something which Leverloy perhaps won't be doing this season. Let's see if Patrick McDonald can. He's got Bastianini in front, the Moto3 veteran. The Italian who's finished a runner-up in this class. Now next, pretty anomalous, and next to be outclassed by his teammate Canet. As there goes to Kenin up into 7th, halfway through this opening lap of the season. And he's hitting apexes a bit more than he did on his qualifying effort. He's doing much better. As there goes McPhee past Bastianini behind for 8th. Look at that great fast sweeping right-handers. Now he's got Martin in front. Looks like he's got his teammate in front of him. There he goes past DJ Antonio, and now past Bulgarizzi. He's diving into the final corner for 4th and holds it round the outside. Great move from Patrick McDonald. He's made up 10 places. Double figures on this opening lap of the season. Fantastic. As now he can actually see his teammate in front with Fanati in for giving a fantastic toe to the Leopard. Patrick McDonald a bit cautious into the first corner. Then slots down the inside of Fanati into the podium places. Here comes your help. One Mir. Patrick McDonald is charging in his opening race in Qatar. As there's the first crasher, first faller of the season. It goes to Niccolo Antonelli of the KTM team. And now watch out, Canet. You're not seeing double. You're not seeing Mir try. Says, oh, he bashes down the inside of Mir, and so does McDonald up into 2nd. So he runs wide and blocks off his teammate, making an attack. Patrick McDonald definitely liking this Leopard though, as he runs wide though. And it's Mir back by, but he's in a podium position. He's adapted quickly to being on a Moto3 class bike again. Of course, he rode Moto3 bikes in the Red Bull Rookies, but this is actual world championship spec machinery. So he looks down the inside of Canet. No room there. You know from the days of Dan McDonald as well how hard a customer Arnold Canet is. Maybe young, maybe a teenager, but he's got Rye's head on that shoulders. It's Patrick McDonald trying to defend from one man the fast sweeping rights, but it's not working. Dean Gianantonio up to 4th ahead of Fanati, but 2nd back is the Italian. So you've got a battle of the Italians behind. We've got a battle of the Leopards on your screen, as does Patrick McDonald go round the outside of Mir in the penultimate corner. Fantastic move. Now, and he chased down Arnold Cornet. And will the Leopard riders actually work together to take down the Estrella Galizia riders? Here comes Patrick McDonald with the slipstream. And on to the 3rd lap of the race. Patrick McDonald leads. But that time, half a second faster than his qualifying effort, 209.8. But he's just ahead of Canet. It gets into the back. The Leopard rider forcing him right. But one man not there to take advantage. His teammate being forced right. Just Patrick McDonald did the old switch back on Canet. He's looking into the fast right. Oh, concedes to the Spaniard. We won't be doing that later in the season. And oh, now One Mir wants to get back involved. Forces his teammate wide. There's DJ Antonio and Fanati having the battle for Italy behind, but here's a battle for Leopard. That's as Mir hold on. Here comes Patrick McDonald with the cutback. Well, Arnold Canet getting away. That's halfway through this race. The Leopard boys have got to settle down and focus on that blue bike in front. He has a half a second lead in the moment. They're now heading into the fast bendy back straight. Until Patrick McDonald taking too much curve, braking too much into that corner, not rolling into the corner. That's maybe this thing is finding it a bit difficult at the moment. Readjusting to this machine, he's rolling into the corners. I said he perhaps wasn't aggressive enough in his qualifying effort. Maybe seen it in the race as well. Now it's better. Again through the fast sweepers. He seems to be nailing them. He's got over a half second lead on Juan Mears. Is that Dal Binder down? The younger brother of for Moto3 champ Brad. And look at that. McDonald in the penultimate corner down the inside of Arnold Canet. But it ain't over. As here comes the slipstream for the Spaniard. He's going to head on to the penultimate lap of the race with Patrick McDonald leading. Or will he? Let's see how good this slipstream is. It's nicking in the bottom right of the tyres. Not bad at all. Hardy worn on the fronts. Rears around a fifth of the way worn. Here comes Canet into the back of McDonald again into that first corner. Pushes McDonald right. Surely Kenny's not going to be lying down to that though. He'll be very aggressive on the counter attack. Gets into Canet. Robson shows his displeasure to Arnold, but look at this. Elbow to elbow already, and it's just the first race. Already not liking each other. It's going all Biaggi and Rossi already. Between the pairs, you've got DJ Antonio ahead of Bernardi. The battle for Italy. Still not decided. The battle for the race win not decided, or is it? Patrick McDonald down into the back of Canet. There is the battle for Italy in front. Patrick down to 5th. He's lost around 5 seconds. Is that his chance of winning his first race for the Airpod? Down the drain. Doesn't know his chances for the podium are down. No, he's got Wee McPhee behind, having a good race. Is the Scot in 6th. And now Patrick McDonald battling to get back on the podium, which DJ Antonio occupies at the moment. But he's got his rear covered with Bernardi at the moment. That white helmet looking down the inside again of his fellow countryman into the fast right. But this is where Patrick McDonald is strong. Again, a superb run on the Moto3 veteran and down the inside. Very aggressive from Patrick McDonald, but he's been aggressive all race long. Now down the inside of DJ Antonio. Will the Italian get the run on the exit? Doesn't look like it. So Patrick McDonald back in the podium place, and can he maybe grab his teammate for second in this race? Canet may be out of reach, but we will see as he goes down this front stretch for the penultimate time, heading on to the final lap of the opening round of the season under lights in Qatar at an Losail International Circuit. It's Canet, Mir, McDonald, Bernardi and DJ Antonio. He breaks just before the white line. Braking a bit deep. He should be able to get on the power early, get a good exit. Looks like he has as Bernardi gets past DJ Antonio as well for 4th. Patrick McDonald sliding the bike a bit into that left-hander. He gets a good exit. He's gaining on Mir. You can see that visibly. Every corner, every braking zone. What's happening? That second gap is no more. Well, it's this sector where the opponents are a bit stronger than Patrick McDonald. So he can keep in check. Oh no, he's lost under braking again into the left-hander. Losing the front, and then there goes a bunch of riders by. He's dropped down to 9th from a podium. It's gone all Pete Tong for Patrick McDonald in these last couple of laps of the race. Tyres don't look that warm, but braking for the fronts is not going well at all. As you've got Jorge Martin in front. Battling with, is that Bulliger? Oh, once again the front almost losing it. Let's go down the back straight. Can Patrick McDonald grab back any points? Well, he wants a battle for the title. He's got to cut out this losing the front end under braking. As they go through the fast sweepers, he's very good through here. He's gained loads on Martin, can bash his way down the inside of Martin. Zor Rodrigo out the final points playing position as the Argentine rider. Now here comes Patrick McDonald heading towards the final corner of the race. Looking down the inside the Sky Tower bike, no room there. Oh, but he's messed up the middle of the corner. That's Venati. Past Di Giannantonio for podium, and McDonald up into 7th as, look at this, Slipstream Central down the front stretch as Canet wins ahead of Mir. Is it Venati in a podium position, which Patrick McDonald should have occupied, but couple of mistakes near the end of the race. He set the fast out, the only guy under the 2-minute 10s, but in the end he finishes in 7th after a superb opening half to the race. He battled for the victory, but he ends up behind John McPhee. McNolan rounding out the top 5, best KTM, best Sky Italia rider as well, behind Fenati, and Di Giannantonio begins the season on the podium as Canet wins by almost a second ahead of Mir. Behind Patrick McDonald, you have Martin ahead of Budiga. Then Hotel rounds out the top 10. Then Bastianini, Nuruddin, Livo Lois, all the Leopard riders have scored points, with Jules Danilo and Suzuki grabs the final point ahead of Ramirez by almost a second, with Joachim Kornfeld at the back. Disappointment from the Moto3 veteran on the Peugeot. So in the championship, it's how it finished, as you would expect with Canet at the top. And in the constructors stand, it's Honda by 14 points ahead of KTM, with Mahindra and Peugeot yet to score. So he achieved his race objective, did Patrick McDonald. Good options bonus as well, but expected more after that fantastic opening lap. As next time out, Patrick McDonald will be heading to the Gran Premio Model de la Repubblica Argentina, as we'll be heading to South America for the only time this season. He's got to achieve at least 8th in the race, just like he had to do in Qatar. Can he do it? Find out next time. South watching, and I'll see you then.